let's talk about your strategy on social media for a second. What's up, guys? I'm Brandon, and this is KDMR Music, the channel that helps you learn how to succeed in the music business. So if that's something you want to learn, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. So, I want to talk to you for a second about your strategies on social media. So, 99.9% of the artists that I see on social media who are asking me for help are just not doing it right. So today I want to tell you about the 80-20 rule for social media promotion. So the 80-20 rule, or Pareto's principle, is a principle that says that 80% of your outputs or your results are going to come from 20% of your inputs or your actions. And it's the same on social media. So something I see a lot all the time is if you go to an artist or an up-and-coming aspiring artist's profiles on social media, let's take Twitter for example. You start scrolling down the timeline, and what you're going to see is, check out my mixtape on SoundCloud here. Check out my iTunes profile here. Check out this other song I put on SoundCloud. And then, even worse, you'll start to see, at J. Cole, hey bruh, please listen to my mixtape, give me a chance. Hey, at Lil Yachty, hey, you should listen to this. This sounds like you, we should collab, bruh. And it's terrible. It's terrible, it's terrible. So, the biggest problem with that is they're spending all of their time promoting themselves. And promoting yourself is not just about shouting out something that you've got going on. That's not effective promotion all the time. That's considered spam. Someone follows you and all they ever see is a request for them to do something, to like your music or to follow your other profiles. Or it's off-putting. It could be annoying. It's off-putting. It's just not the way to go. Instead, you should apply the 80-20 rule. And the 80-20 rule for social media is that 80% of your posts should just be normal posts. Talk about your day. Talk about things that you're doing. Talk about maybe the time you spent at the studio, right? Just being a normal person. 80% of your Twitter should be normal things. Replies to other tweets, thanking people for liking your music, replying to the people that are mentioning you on a daily basis. And then 20% can be tweets with a call to action, promotion. So those can be, hey, I just released a new album, you can check it out here. Or, hey, check out my latest blog post here. Or, hey, hey, sign up for the mailing list. These are all things that are acceptable that fall into that 20% promotional window. What you'll find is that people will come to your project or to your page for the 80%. They're going to come to your social media profiles because they like your personality 80% of the time. And because they're interested in you that 80% of the time, if they happen to catch something that says, hey, by the way, I released a new song yesterday, they're going to be like, oh, I like that guy. Let me check out what his song sounds like. And that's why 80% of the results from your Twitter posts are going to come from that 20% of the actual tweets. Because those are the ones that are doing all the hard work. But the 80% were the primer. So, that's the 80-20 rule for social media promotion. Spend 80% of your time on social media being a normal person. I'm not saying don't talk about your music or don't talk about the fact that you're a musician, but show off other sides of your personality as well. Show off the things that make you normal. Even as a musician, you can show off the things that you have in common with most other people. The one thing you don't have in common is that most other people do not have an album for sale. Most other people aren't on iTunes. So that 20% of the time, talk about those things. People will be interested. People will follow you off of social media to your music profiles, and you're going to start seeing results. I promise. So that's it for today's video. By the way, if you have not joined the Indie Club on Facebook, we talk about stuff like this all the time. We give out strategies, tips, advice 24/7. It's a group of aspiring artists, managers, and other industry professionals. We all want to see each other succeed, and I'd love to see you there. And until next time, peace.